This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome to the home of the Colorado Buffaloes, Boulder, Colorado. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Delaware Blue Hens, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Buffaloes will put total leather to crank us up. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Delaware's offense will take the field first. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays, so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
The Blue Hens are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped them in the backfield. And the Blue Hens send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Leaves it with the back. There he goes. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Last year's return to prominence for Colorado was fueled by a couple of superstars, Travis Hunter winning the Heisman Trophy and giving this whole program a bolt.
They also lost Shedeur Sanders, a quarterback, so losing a lot of talent on the field, but there are a lot of eyes on this program now for obvious reasons. And because of the guy running the program, they're always recruiting extremely well. There's new talent coming in the building. Nobody can overlook Colorado anymore.
Well, it's crazy because the list of Hall of Fame coaches are incredible. I mean, you just go down the list, and I've heard of that guy, heard of that guy, heard of that guy. And so they're starting to recruit.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he's brought down after a nice game.
This receiver is such a weapon. He has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Hauls it in. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football on air. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding, I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
Caught near the sticks, it's Williams. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football instead. They throw and catch him off guard, and now they've got 1st and goal.
The Buffaloes have it with a 1st and goal. They'll send the back in motion. Scanning the field, it's Salter. Trying to find the end zone. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to blast their way in. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Touchdown, Bucks! Quick strike through the air for the score.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his target down the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
All the way out to the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 15. The Blue Hens will hustle to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm.
Oh, a lot of space. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And the Blue Hens come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's a quick throw out to the left.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. The play action fake. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Salter. Under fire. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So you know in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Buffaloes will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The inside handoff. There he goes. Got enough for the first. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Blue Hens, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Motion from the wideout. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. That's caught. It's LeBoy. And there's going to be a loss on that play, just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Rushes on him. Makes the catch. It's Silver. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. You can hand it to him. You can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? Finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. And the Blue Hens are on the move. They'll run it on first and goal. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal block.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. He's looking downfield to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And this one splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
They'll try the right side. Picks up the first down, still moving. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. They'll try the run. And the Buffaloes get enough to move the chains.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He'll do it himself. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. Using his feet. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
And you could tell he trusted himself. He thought he could take off, get that first down. Just a little too much speed on that defense. They closed that gap so quick. Didn't let him get to the...
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. They'll give it to him again. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Looking for a gap. It's Silver. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Makes the catch. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Blue Hens really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Pressure coming. He's going to run it. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds his big tight end. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And he's already made one. The holder will put it down at the 26 for a 36-yard try. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. James Madison went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that 4th quarter. Total destruction by the Dukes. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The give to the back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Buffaloes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Second down coming up. He'll ride his man on the option. Finds a little space. Oh, there's an alley on the left. It's a running room. Inside the... Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. They had the explosive score, and it's all for naught as that penalty will take the touchdown off the board. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. He's loose. It's a seam wide open. Pushed out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A big pickup on that run.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback. And too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And the Buffaloes want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. And he missed it. No good. And the lead remains at 1 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Silver. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Strong pass rush. Gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Trying play action. Fires to the tight end. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking downfield, it's Salter. Here's a heat. And it took the defense a bit to get a handle on him. A little slippery with all those juke moves. And the Buffaloes in the hurry-up. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
The Buffaloes come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Looking to throw for it. Grab near the sticks. It's Miller. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Just missed his man. Gave him just a little too much. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Unloads to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
You know they'd love to convert this 3rd down after missing a field goal on the last drive. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. No good. And guys, after the miss, the lead is still 1.
And that's his 2nd miss of the day. And listen, it's a real thing, man. The wet, the ball gets heavier, like the operation doesn't go as smooth with the conditions. And I'd be shocked if we saw him again today.
Fires to the big fella. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to fire on 2nd down. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Boulder. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys more than a mile above sea level at Folsom Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Blue Hens will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Welch. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the left. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
To throw, it's Salter. Makes the grab. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And the Buffaloes want to crank the tempo.
You coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Quickly complete. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them lean in one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out-route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. And the Buffaloes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Bring in the heat. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And the defense comes up with the sacks, and this defense has been dialed in all day. Really good job. This offense is going to have to find something different, do something to try to stretch this D and make them feel uncomfortable.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Turns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Offense working from the pistol. Looking for a man. It's Salter. And his throw is incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. No good. And the lead remains at 1 after the miss. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line.
Well, we talk about how rain can affect the passing game and ball security, but affects special teams as well. This kicker has now missed 3 field goals.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Trying to make magic with his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. The Blue Hens come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw on 3rd. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And the Blue Hens will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw. It's Salter. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6. The Buffaloes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Off play action. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on 2nd and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy 1st down.
Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he hurt him.
Pucks it out of the air. They wrestle him down at the 16-yard line. A 3rd down stop. Now to see what they do on 4th down. And the field goal unit is going to give it another try. The old college try. Just keep kicking. Surely one will go in. Dead center perfect. Now up by 4 here in the 3rd quarter.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. The give on the option. Wide open spaces. Turning on the Jets. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Blue Hens racing to the line in the hurry-up.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Blue Hens now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Here comes the heat. And here's a fumble way behind the line. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the first down marker. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. The Blue Hens decide to punt it away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it's
Turning it on! He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
when the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got his man downfield. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Rides the back on the option, the give.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. And the Buffaloes come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. Trying to do it on the ground. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
He's moving out of the pocket. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking for a man. It's Salter. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Miller. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Pass interference, defense.
They say no thanks to that pass interference penalty, and they'll take the results of the play. And the Buffaloes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Buying some time. Looking for the goal line. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Trying to run it in. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
The pressure ramps up on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for 6. It's broken up and almost intercepted on that shot to the end zone. It'll be 4th down.
And look at the quarterback. Look at the players on offense. They're overlooking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
Here we go. What great shape they will be in if they can punch in a touchdown on 4th and goal. Looking to throw it, Salter. Into the end zone. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
So many factors go into making the big play in the big moment. Calling the right play, getting protection. You got it all dialed up. It's perfect. And then he does that, drops the ball right in his hands.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Gets him away from trouble. That's a pickup of 6. Mark it at the 10. And the Blue Hens in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. On the ground, it's Silver. Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11.
This running back has been the only guy obviously who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
Fires downfield. Got it in the middle. It's Patterson. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down. The Blue Hens come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on 2nd down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop them right here. They'll send the tight end in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
You know, I'd be worried right now if I were this head coach. I've already had my starting quarterback knocked out of the game. I'm watching my backup quarterback now get ragdolled around as well. What can we do to protect him and give ourselves a chance to win this game?
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. And the cup. Offense is coming back onto the... And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They'll move the tight end. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. To the air, it's Salter. He tries to take the top off. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
From the gun, running back on the move. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the back. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. That's reeled in. It's Hayden. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a 1st down. The Buffaloes are on the move. Looking to throw on 1st down. The quick out. He gets right to the edge of the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 20.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Buffaloes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for room, it's Price. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
And the Buffaloes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. The give to the big fullback. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
Coming up, 4th down.
Fourth down, and a field goal's not going to help much. They'll try to keep the drive alive by converting here. This quarterback part of their running game. He's not going to get there, and they'll have to give up the football. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a 1st down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
A 1st down run in the red zone. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Here we go. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Colorado.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw, it's Salter. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
On the run from inside his own 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They could make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
And the Blue Hens come to the line in the hurry-up.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done.
And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to take off. He won't have enough for the first down as the defense able to corral him. It'll be 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes a grab past the marker. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Blue Hens with the 1st and 10.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Brown will throw it. Under fire. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Pocket breaking down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They have it once again in spectacular field position, cashed in the last time and even better this time around. The officials offer the deal and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Smart move to keep it on the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
The Buffaloes are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. To the air, it's Salter. They'll run the screen. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on 3rd down and try to get a 1st down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense, rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
And the returner will be knocked down. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. DBs will try to keep everything in front. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
After that incompletion, 4th and long now on your own side of the field, you're trailing in the 4th quarter. What's your go-to play call here in the passing game? Where is the matchup?
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They are in business, starting this drive inside the 10-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Made it harder on themselves on 1st down, now 2nd and goal from the 9. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. So here comes the field goal unit again, and we know how that's gone today. extend their lead even further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. And the returner is stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Brown wants to pass. He wants a big play here late. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. After this, it'll be a wrap. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, Dave.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.